Okay, I'm going to take you up to the top and show you the view. It's worth the walk, guys. You starting to see the mountains? It's a nice little climb. There's the privy. I'm in my Crocs. That's what you hear me scuffing. I'm used to walking in my boots. We're down to 72% on the Bulletti, and we're still charging stuff. These other chargers are so fast, they charge like in 1/4 the time. So that's the nice thing about GoPro's new technology, is their new batteries, and they charge faster. They last 3 times as long. I've got those underneath the bumper. I've got everything tied up on the tent. I'm drying some things out there on the fireplace. Fire pit. So I've got the Marine Band radio going, and let's see if it is.
Sunday.
I just keep repeating everything. Got it up pretty loud.
Southwest 15 knots.
Leave it right there running. This right here, I can fall asleep to that. Oh, wonderful. I left my light on in here. I'm out photographing and I'm forgetting what I'm doing here. Oh man, I can't leave food up here. Nope, I don't want bears to sleep with me. So I'm gonna go put these in the refrigerator. And these, oh, Austin, turn off the light. Get all the smell out of the truck. Put some of this away real quick. So I don't have the refrigerator on, but I use it as my food bag because it's got a seal. So what do I want to eat right now? Let's put these in here, and then I need some fruit tonight. So we're at Costco. Is how we're eating tonight, because I'm taking a night off from, oh, I've never had this one before. This is weird looking. I have no idea what I mean. Oh, passion orange. Interesting. I'm only gonna grab 2. That's my main dinner. That's all I need. I'm kind of living free, guys. When I go home, my wife recommends food for my health. I love my wife. Look at the light changing, guys. This beef jerky's awesome. I'm a beef jerky nut. This is my brain on fruit from Costco, spring water, and beef jerky. That's my dinner, folks. Oh, wow. Look at the cloud formation. We're going to start it out there. Here we go. I like things that have tensioning knobs, so where I can dial down the pressure and then I can just see how smooth I'm going even though I'm shaking. It's awesome. You got to improvise because I'm not done. Muskeg right down there. Be a good spot for moose. I like how the snow caps there. You can see the different gradations of contrast. Alaska holds a special spot in my heart. I have dear friends up here. My wife and I have lived up here for quite a while. I'm off on all these trips because that's just my nature. I don't like wasting a beat. So we're out here at this beautiful spot here this evening, and I'm just watching all the light and all the trees. And I'm standing on the picnic table because I'm a short little guy. I got to get every advantage I can possibly get, and so I needed more advantage. So if they would have had a picnic table that had one more story, I'd be on the top of that. Basically, you get what I'm saying. I'm short. So it's just, to me, I just love listening to nature. I don't have to hear a cell phone going off. I'm out of cell phone reach. I am using the InReach by Garmin, and we've been using that for years on the sailboat, guiding. My wife and I it's part of our life. We talk to each other by Garmin text, and people go, well, why won't you text me? I'm like, holy smokes. I have to like spell out every word, dude. I talk to the very most important people that I need to pertain to for me to get back home safely to my family. So that's usually my family. So Monica and I work together quite a bit. Basically, we'll talk together probably 10 hours a week. I bet we're on the phone or texting. So up here, of course, we're doing more time texting. So it takes forever to go through the Garmin. You're trying to say something, it takes 5 minutes to say it, but it takes you 30 minutes to type it out. I got up at the harbor this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, and it took me about an hour and a half to put camp away and a half an hour to eat and get dressed and so forth. So by 8 o'clock, I was on the road, and I headed up here into the hills, and it's fully light out, 8 o'clock in the morning. I get to the gravel road, the main gravel road, the Forest Service road. Excuse me, I had a mosquito. Holy mother. Anyways, they're coming out. I might need to grab my Flexel mosquito thing and put it around my neck. I might go back down and grab that before the evening's over because they're coming out. Anyway, so I came up on the Forest Service roads, and I hit as many offshoots as I could. I even hit the ones that said it was motorcycle and quad runner, but it's obvious there's been 150,000 4x4s up there because the road is the same as the Forest Service road. It was actually probably a 3 or 4, meaning it was more difficult, but it wasn't a motorcycle trail. It was definitely a 4x4 trail. And I hit a couple 3s, couple 4s, and a lot of 2s and a lot of 1s. None of this is extreme, I'll tell you. Did like 53 miles today, off-road, and recording everything on Onyx Offroad. And then every time I'd come up to something like, let's say I'd come up to a viewpoint that I thought was photographically awesome, I'd put a little camera icon on there and make a recording that shot was good, and then I'd shoot a video of that shot. I haven't had to air down here on Wrangell like I did at Petersburg, Midkoff Island there. So far, I believe the Petersburg is a more technical island than Wrangell, from my opinion. Why don't you click on the bell down below, and if you haven't, click on the subscribe button. And if you liked our videos, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to chat with me or comment on something, I like them all. On the side there, leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it. My wife works super hard on the editing, and you can see what I do. So it takes a little bit of time, and so I'd appreciate it if you guys would leave a comment. Thanks. Watching the light, we're getting real close to the golden hour. The sun's going down, and now it's going to cast a super warm light through the forest. See how you can see all the different tonalities? The bugs are getting bad, so I'm heading back to the truck. I think I still have a couple more scenes before I'm done with that light. And it's 7:30 Alaska time, so down south that would be 8:30 p.m. your guys' time. So I'll go to my truck, grab my Flextail, and turn it on high. Wow, the side of my truck is lit up. My little fortress. Cool.
Wind southwest at 9. Cape Spencer 55 degrees.
So I will put this here
Rocky Island
and go ahead and open
degrees.
this up. Tear off just this piece so you don't rip. You're trying to open it at the same time. See how I did that? Just push these. They go right through. Old one goes on top. I come over here, and I don't need a light. This has a light. You can, different levels. The heat here, it has 2 taps is green, and another tap is red. I've always used it on red, but I think it gives me about an hour of awesomeness. So that's what I do. Awesomeness. And I take 4 extra, so that gives me 3 hours. I just hang my Flextail up here. Someone's got a tripod mount on the bottom. Check that out. Has a light. I showed you guys that. You could use it if you need to have a C2 whatever you want. This also acts as a battery. This lights up. when you check it on the battery. It's pretty simple. It's the real deal. So I'm using it on high. That's red. Fireweed. It's almost to the top here, so that tells me snow's gonna come in probably 2 months. What I like GoPro is it just tells it as it is. So when you see my stuff, it's not doctored. Sometimes we have to lighten it or darken it, but that's about all we do. We think GoPro's got good color temperatures, and their stabilization is what I have to use. So I stand behind them. I forgot something else. So going back to the truck. And it's downhill if you're wondering, and it is about 24 degrees. I'd say 24 to 26. I don't know. I think I'm close. I was a carpenter. I mean, I've done many things. I'm hoping I remember what I came down for, because I forgot. Battery. Make sure these are all sealed so I can leave it out here all night, overnight. It's IP65 rated, so it'll be fine. And that's why I have stuff on top of it, because if it does drip, it'll drip down in here, and this stuff will be fine. It's protected by the wind. I've got those cords protected. I mean, this is the environment we're in. If we have to adapt. So, and I'm choosing Blue Eddy. I've had nobody come up here, so this has been great. So I just took advantage of it. So I went wheeling, came back, set up. This is pretty spectacular, guys. Got me a little workout. You see here, I'm only 10,000 steps. So see, I haven't done that. I've been sitting so much in the truck. How's this looking? Ooh, the clouds have changed. I like that. So the light's starting to come down. I turned the camera around so you can see what's behind me. Change view a little bit. This is water from down the road. They have a pipe just coming out of the hill, and it's just spring water coming out of the pipe, and it's always been there. So it's marked on Onyx where it's at. I stopped and filled up like 1.5 gallons worth of water, and I've been drinking it all day. I love it. So why I'm doing this is we were on a sailboat, and I used to use all kinds of 4x4s. So I've had 2 Tundras, I've had 2 4Runners, and I've had 1 Tacoma. And out of all of them, Tacoma was my favorite. If I were doing this not as a show and not to do content and just to bust how I used to go with my photography buddies, I'd have a little bed in the back canopy, and I'd have all my gear underneath my bed, and we have I mean, I'm in a canopy. This is luxury for me. So I upgraded to a 4Runner, and then my wife told me I could build the off-road vehicle of my dreams, and I was like, okay. As I was saying, I've switched this rig here, and I would recommend the Tacoma because I don't need half of the stuff that I have. I do that so I can do multiple things. I can go further into denser areas and stay longer. Before, I'd go out for 1 or 2 nights and come back. Now, like, I can be out for easy 8, 9 nights, okay, before I'm back in. My favorite is 5 nights. I love the forest. It's because it's clean, it's respectful, nice fire pits, everything's kept clean, there's no garbage. There's a little area to the side where it has areas for you to leave your firewood, so if it rains, which it does here because we're in a rainforest. It's called the Tungus National Rainforest. Anyways, it's a rainforest. So have any of you been over to the Olympic Peninsula, like the Hoh Rainforest, Salt Lake Falls, Hurricane Ridge, any of those? Comment down below. Man, you guys got to see this. This is huge. Huge. This isn't like little. Like down south, everything's like this little camping spot. This is a big camping spot. You got the whole top of the mountain. So, and then I'm down one below because we're supposed to be getting huge gale force winds tonight. So it is about 8:30 at night. Sun has went behind the mountain. There's no shadows no more. You can see it barely at the top of the mountain up there. There's still light and it's fading. I'm going to listen to the radio weather. So I've got to change the battery on this camera right before I go to bed. 57 degrees already. You know what I wish this Blue Eddy had? Was a light on it. Some type of light. Maybe the rim of this whole thing. I'm going to feed the camera with the new power. Charged, ready to go. Oh, I think it might be done. Oh, nope, it's still charging. So I got 2 good ones and 1 bad one. So this I'm done with. So I'm going to put this up here. I'd like to make a cord management system up here. So on the rail, have one of those bumpy rails that goes around the top. And what's that for is because then you could use the top for a charging station. Because when you're in the weather, you probably put something over this just to be safe anyways. But if you could put little like straps here where you could push this down inside it, it'd just be a little rubber thing, you know. It gives you like 8 on this side, 4 here, 8 here, you know what I'm saying? And that way this could be down on this one and fastened down. Little things, but a light would be great. One that illuminates out and one that maybe do a reading lamp. Amber would be cool light. That'd be good. So this amber is like what I've got here in my truck, and those are by Baja. We got a storm coming tonight. Man, I gotta tighten that up. Oh, I did that so I could open the door. That will tighten up. I'm just, once I adjust that, this goes crazy tight. I'm running my truck right now because I'm checking my battery, checking my electronics, looking over my truck before night. I got ammonia out there for the bears. I've got my boots drying. They were getting a little moist. Looking at my bolts, checking, making sure everything's good. I was guesstimating about the lighting around the Blue Eddy. So I know I have lights in here. Check this out. Lights. And I have lights that we could plug in. I'm positive this is it. We got these lights, those lights going. I'm running the right roof, the left side, and the right side. Okay, so lights, here we come. So let's see what we got for lights. I've used these in different parts of my shows everywhere. So now we got to be ingenious, and there's no hooks in here, so there she goes. This one's cool because it makes different colors, and these last like 24 hours on low. Is that on low? There, that's on low. Watch, I'll come out tomorrow morning, that'll still be on. These are those crush lights by Go Zero that I'm going to hold and turn off.
Cody, 58 degrees. Southwind 60 degrees.
Put my phone up there.
Southeast wind 10 knots. Rocky Island 56 degrees. Northwest wind 4
Okay, let me
knots.
throw my phone up there.
57 degrees.
Still got a full battery.
Gusting 6.
The cool one is coming out. Just enough to give me a little light. So that way I can come to the Blue Eddy. That way I don't trip in the middle of the night. While this is charging, I'm going to keep this on low. And I can leave that on all night. 8 watts. So let's see. We'll check it in the morning. But now we got light, and I can shut my rig off. I put it right at the base of the ladder. It's waterproof. Okay, I think I'm done back here. I've got everything sealed up. What could I have that doesn't smell besides water? Powder mix. My powder mix. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put in 2 strawberry.
14 knots, gusting to 16 knots.
That's basically like Gatorade. It's I think they're better than Gatorade. I like the taste of Gatorade better, but these are supposed to be better for you, according to my wife. Yep, these are my dessert bars. There's my dessert. Everything looks good and tidy. Doing a quick check on everything. Everything's solid. Okay, I turn the lights off. At night, always latch it in case you have to emergency leave. So I always prep basically, so it's the only thing I have to deal with is literally the tent. I have about a 10-minute disadvantage. So if I work fast, I can do it in 10 minutes. I take my keys to bed because I can lock the rig from this direction. And it's locked, so just keeps people honest. And this is still charging, so I'll let that go all night. I'm gonna leave the light going all night. This should last, if I remember right, something like 8 hours. So right now it is 9-10 o'clock at night, right? So at 10:30 it starts to get dark nowadays. 10:30, let's say 11 o'clock, it'll be dark. 5 hours, it'd be 2 a.m. It's starting to get light again at 2 a.m. 63%. I'll have this battery charged. Saying goodnight to y'all. It's 9 something at night. Got that on my boots. I got enough noise here. If a bear came, he'd create so much motion right here. I'd be up and doing something. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, and I got an extra battery up here for charging stuff. Got 2 bear sprays on me. One on each side. I use 2 thermarest pillows, and this is just to throw out of my Eagle Creek bag. That's all I sleep with. Here, I got 2 snackies, and I have to have a Ziploc bag in here if I want to eat those. Got my camera in case something happens. Got my flashlight in my pocket. My gun, I always want it pointing towards my feet, and I'll put it on the sidewall. But if I crawl over and grab it, I can go right to here. Show you what we got going here. Crocs off, Crocs off. I have a pair of brand new socks. I've already washed today. So first thing we're gonna do is we're going to take this out of the rain, and I can hang it in here and turn it on low. Oh, fold my pillows up, and I see my family, and I'm happy. And it's 9:22, 85%. Well, I woke up and it has been raining hard this morning.
Sea is 8 feet. Wednesday.
I don't know how that got dumped off my boots. Unless something, the critter.
Marine forecast for Cape Decision to Cape Edgecombe out to 15 nautical miles issued at 3:27 a.m.
Raining.
Daylight northwest
We're probably gonna hunker down
Seas 5 feet.
because we're in a storm.
Sunday, west wind 10 knots.
So I've got that tarp. There we go. Just nasty. I'll get out there after a bit. I'm in no hurry. I'm glad I put that tarp on. I can hear it in here. It's just raining, and I've got the vent open, so there's no condensation on the inside of my tent because I'm venting it. It's supposed to be really nasty all day today, and I'm ahead of schedule on the roads, so I'm probably going to take a down day and rest. I just woke up this morning, so I'll probably get a bunch of stuff done that I need to get done. And anyways, stay tuned for the craziness. Well, I climbed down out of my tent, and everything definitely rained last night. Rained pretty hard. I'm over there with the Blue Eddy. I'm charging things. All my lights that I had, I've got these ground lights. But going to go use the bathroom and inReach my wife. So we're going to take the inReach. And what's it powered up at? 80%. It was 100 when I went to bed. So that's cool. Let's walk up to the bathroom. I've got 2 cans of bear spray. What a stark difference from last night and the nice sunset that was going down. And here's that view of the ocean. Can't see it, can you? It is socked in. Well, we're up here in elevation in the fog, so there is no view. I'm glad I got 2 nights worth of video for you guys of this place when it looks good. Oh, they even got a lock. Okay. It was just typical morning. I haven't been filming these mornings. I got to finish charging my laptop because I used it last night working. I got the Blue Eddy going down. It's already working, charging things, and it is down to 60%, which is great. I'll get all of today and then I'll have to charge it tomorrow. So it's supposed to rain all of like the next 24 hours. Well, I'm eating my peak meal this morning. I added some water. This is one of my favorite, the premium strawberry granola. It's got, anyway, it's got the milk in there. It's more like cream. It's awesome. But yeah, I'm almost done, but I love it. Getting those done so I can get some work done. I'm trying to do some filing for Monica, get things in order. There we go. Yep, it's charged, so that's good for tonight. So we'll let that stay there and dry. I got a little water up there, it don't matter.
24.
It's fully charged.
West wind 10 knots, increasing to 15 knots in the afternoon.
Here, a jet by Alaska Airlines.
Zone forecast for city and rural Wrangell today. Rain. Highs in the upper 50s. Light winds. Tonight, periods of rain in the evening, then rain likely late. Lows in the mid-50s. Light winds.
We'll be hitting some more road again tomorrow. They said they've been seeing some grizzly bear in the area. Not in my rubber boots, just out enjoying myself. Pretty nice roads. I mean, it's true overlanding. You get all different kinds of roads, and this one's super nice coming up to this campground, so they take pride in this one. So, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's one of the top 3 on the island. The other 2 were taken by local residents, which I wouldn't want to interfere, so I found one that wasn't taken. So, it just stopped raining. It's been raining for like 6 hours straight, maybe 7 hours, just hard. Oh, I do hear that either duck, there must be a little pond or lake right there. There is. There's a pond or a lake right there. Might have to get on my boots, have to go explore. Pretty dense though, out here with the black bears and the brown bears. Need a couple more people here. Okay, so we're gonna make some lunch here. It's kind of brunch, lunch, brunch, dinner, whatever you want to call it. But getting my kitchen utensils. What am I going to eat with tonight? I'm going to eat with one of these. And I like this size because it's kind of a 2-person pot. That is by Circulon. It's nothing super fancy. It's just the size I like for the vehicle. We got about an hour here before it's supposed to pour down rain again. I used the Cook Partner stove. They're great people. They gave me a whole new top, new design. It's actually working great. So I can't thank those guys enough. Boy, that burns clean. I'm dialing it way down. I was going to do a French press, but I don't have that kind of time before the next rainstorm. It's actually the same coffee that I would have been having. So this is called Daybreak. It's medium roast. That's what I'm having for the middle of the day. It's by Off Hours Coffee Project. And You can, my wife will put up a code here for this if you guys want some. Basically, it's like a tea bag, but it's like the real deal. It's like, this is no joke. So yeah, this Daybreak single serve coffee bag. Yeah, I just want to drink it. Hurry up, hot water. But the hot water is right here, behind me. I'm kind of cheating a little bit. My back's cold, so let's put in there. This is the water from the side of the road here on Wrangell Island. I just stop and fill up a 1 gallon jug and then transfer it into these and keep it in the side of my rig. So we'll use a whole 33 ounces in there in the teapot. And then I'll refill that later. So we got off hours coffee here in my cup. Cut this. I'm going to be having the chicken Alfredo pasta. So you just rip the top here. And this is my favorite brand, Peak. You guys, you can get them on Amazon. You can get them through them. You can get them at the trade shows. This is what you want to eat. This is good stuff. You open it up, shake it around a bit. You'll get this little bag in here. It'll basically, do not eat it. It's to keep this stuff fresh. So I'm keeping all my stuff because there's bears here. I seal everything up when I'm done in Ziploc baggies. Does it help? Yes. Is it bear proof? No. So this will be the garbage for the day. Everything will go in that bag, and then there'll be a second one that I put it in too. So it's double Ziploc. So I put the first one in the second one. And then I keep it about 50 feet to 100 feet away from, I'm about 50 feet away from where I'm sleeping. Forgot to put the lid on this. Why didn't you guys holler and say, hey, Bip? Let's let her rip now that we're functioning properly. I don't know about you guys, but I always bring a towel with me. I like the microfiber ones because I can get them dry in my tent overnight, actually. I can, let's say 90%. Mine has the little squeeze the handle. That's pretty cool. So this is 1 cup. That's what I like getting these long spoons for. They have them on Amazon. This is by Toaks, T-O-A-K-S, and it's their titanium spoon one. So I'm mixing this quite well. I like this rip roaring hot. It's a big coffee bag, so I want it to soak because when I pull it out, it takes it down about 1 inch. Put my little cutting board in here. This is a little pocket type Benchmade. Me personally, I don't like this on here, but I guess if you were to mount it through the piece and you had it on your strap, you'd want that there. It's such a good fit though, it's hard to, so just like that. I mean, I push it in hard, it ain't going nowhere. And then you just clip it on your belt like that. I'm used to this in my pocket, so trying to switch to something that's just full grip, well, that metal is starting to hurt my hand when I'm prying the stuff, but I'll show you what I kind of had plans to do in here. Don't judge me yet. You haven't seen what I'm doing here. See what I'm saying here? Pepperoni. Holy crap, that thing is sharp. So we have 4 minutes. But the coffee bag doesn't need to steep that long. Wow! Ooh! It's hot. Hot, hot, hot. Starting to feel like it might rain again. Starting to make some decisions towards getting things out in the shelter, out of the rain that shouldn't be in the rain. Garbage bag. Oh, I better put the lid on because I will spill. Did you guys see? It went down, okay, half an inch. 3/4 of an inch. We'll barter there a little. It's hot. Oh, oh, that's good. Wow, that's good. Oh, it's good to have a cup of coffee. Oh. When you're out here, this stuff, trust me, I'm seriously doing luxury here. There's my soap and sponge. And then if I need to take a bath, I use Camp Suds. I don't use the same sponge. I just use Camp Suds. And please beep. Oh, 1 minute. Oh, alarm's going off. Now it's time. 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to toss all these in here. Then I'm going to stir it. Look at that. And it smells kind of like pizza. That's awesome. Oh, it's awesome. I use this for a seat. I use it for just about everything. Got my bear sprays right there. Yes, they're on top of propane. What's the worst that can happen? No bear would want me. Okay. Oh. It's kind of like up to the bar. I'm not going to dirty that. So I'm just going to put it there. I'm just going to go old style. That pepperoni in there. And the chicken Alfredo pasta. I think this is their best selling one anyways. I just had a craving for pepperoni and pasta. I forgot about this. You can squeeze these two ends and it turns into a square. Then it's like eating out of milk carton. It's a lot easier. See how it comes through the center here. So guys, I'm going to finish up here, finish my coffee. I can see the storm coming in. Let me turn around and you can see what's happening here. The wind is starting to blow and
At Cape Edgecumber 84, wind west 4 knots, and the water temperature was 58 degrees. East Alaska. A weak front moves through, primarily impacting the northern part of the region through Saturday. Expect winds to peak as southerly with weak systems into the middle of next week. 8:34 a.m. Alaska Daylight Time. Should at 8:34 a.m. Alaska Daylight Time. Sea at 3 feet. Rains an hour. Petersburg.
grab a bear spray. Okay. Checking on my Blue Eddy. I think, by George, we have everything charged. Shut her off. Off. Okay, let's go on an adventure since we got everything's charged. I really drained it down. So I went, ready for this, guys? I had enough batteries that I went 5 days before I charged any of them. And I've been charging batteries for about 16 hours, maybe 17 hours. That's amazing. And it's down to 42%, so that means I got 5 more days worth of videoing that I can do. And so I'm taking advantage of this storm that blew in. Right now it's clearing for 20 minutes like it does. Then another one comes in. So it's just one on top of the other. But it gives you enough where you can jump outside real quick with enthusiasm and go at it. Because you want to get outside. I can while I'm walking down a hill in my Crocs. Right. Got my bear spray. Got my 357. Got a second bear spray. I got a pocket knife, and I got a new Benchmade throwing knife. I'm finding that I'm enjoying it more and more and more. So, that is this knife right here. I love this thing. Alright, some deer have been through. Yep, that's deer. Thought it was wolf for a minute, but nope, it's deer. Looks like baby deer and mama deer. I'm going for a little walk today. Yesterday we went down. Today we'll go up. See if I can see a view of that lake. This is, I'm standing straight up, so 15-degree slope, 15 to 20, maybe more. Maybe it's 25. I know it's up. Oh, I'm getting a message from my 99% sure it's my wife. So let me see here. So unlock it. What does she want? Here we go. Okay, so ooh, there is a little. Well, it's just muskeg. It's not a lake. It's muskeg down there. That's where the ducks are just hanging out in muskeg. They every duck's got its own lake. There's a bear right down here. He's leaving. Now he's deciding if he's going to stay or go. So I shot into the stump right here. Get out of here! So shot right at the base of this stump. Using the impact of the concussion and noise. Yeah, I can hear him. He's trucking. Can you guys hear that? I heard the bear go down the valley. So I'm gonna go check right by my camp here and go really wide. Take my time, and I'm making lots of noise as I'm coming and saying, "Hey bear! Hey bear!" I'm waiting to hear him move around in the grass because they'll usually move around in the grass when you do that, and you can hear them. So I'm gonna stop and listen for a minute. I left the radio, marine band radio, playing. I got a blind spot over here. I'm gonna hug this shore right here because it's a cliff. My hand is on my pistol. Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear! Hey bear! I've been hoping to see a bear there. So I've been always keeping my eye out there, and then this evening the bear was just right here. It was a black bear. We didn't exchange phone numbers. I shot a warning shot into the stump, and he scooted down to here, and then I heard him some more down here. I think right over here. So then I shot one more time, basically right in the dirt, right at the base of the stump. Could hear him taking off, and then he took off huge. Then all of a sudden I heard him stop, and he's breathing hard. And then I thought I heard something at my camp, so then I walked down there, and he was below me maybe 75 to 100 yards, because that's where he stopped. And so I looked for another stump. I found a dual stump, like a school marm stump, in the side of a bank. I fired it again, so he was here, and so I fired a warning shot into this stump over here, and as soon as I did that, man, he bolted. He just bolted through that brush. Man, he was flying. I haven't heard him since, so I'd rather just clap my hands. I said, "Hey," once, and he just looked at me like, "Yeah." So I was like, well, I'm going to immediately tell you who's in charge, me. So I gave him a warning shot, and he took off. So I'm checking the weather on the Garmin, and I see basically it rains the whole time except for tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Monday's looking pretty good. Well, it's patchy water. Whoa. 5 a.m. it's 100% raining. 100% still at 5 a.m. So it's going to rain all Monday. Okay, so Sunday evening is going to be my best time, and then Monday morning. So I got to tarp off Sunday, tomorrow night also. Tuesday, it doesn't matter because I'm leaving that day, and so I'm going to be doing rounding up everything. You can start to see the water again. That was thick fog. That's eerie when you're in a boat and you want radar. Well, I had that Alfredo pasta and my pepperoni, but I forgot I'm not supposed to have a lot of pasta, and I kind of ate a lot. So